Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Mr. Ishradul Abad, Governor Sindh, Khaja Muhammad Asif, Minister for Defense, Rana Tanveer Hussain, Minister for Defense Production, Major General Agha Masood Akram, DGDPO, Defense Export Promotion Organization, Excellencies, distinguished services representatives, worthy guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure to participate in this impressive event today. I am pleased to witness the remarkable display of Pakistan's defense-related technology and hardware. Behind this impressive array of technologies and weaponry lies the hard work and dedication of thousands of motivated Pakistanis to ensure the security of their country and to provide its defenders with the means to protect its sovereignty. It is heartening to note that this national industry has shown consistent growth since Pakistan's creation and is gathering momentum, developing additional expertise and increasing the range of its products and services with each passing year. Ladies and gentlemen, securing its sovereignty is the first requirement and the foremost attribute of a sovereign state. Pakistan is no exception to this rule. Pakistan's unique history, the geostrategic location, its proximity to some of the world's most important and turbulent countries and regions all call for unceasing effort on this front. The post-Cold War world is much more complex. The global security environment is in a state of flux with an ever-increasing rate of change. States are required to remain very agile in responding to the challenges posed to their national security. Threats to national security have multiplied. Previously, states only needed to remain vigilant against the actions and designs of other nation states. Now, they must also take into account the actions of non-state actors, terrorist groups, and even computer hackers. States must develop the technologies, tools, techniques, and training to effectively deal with all these threats. While keeping an eye on their frontiers, they must also be able to deal with those who take up arms to challenge them inside their borders. They must equip and train their armed forces with newer, better, and more modern equipment. Distinguished guests, Pakistan can now claim to have a sophisticated defensive capability supported by a viable human and industrial infrastructure. Pakistan has proved that a sophisticated defense industry is not the exclusive preserve of the developed and rich countries. Pakistan's enterprising defense sector with limited resources has succeeded in creating a place for itself in this demanding field. Where resources were a hurdle, our designers relied on innovation. Our endeavor was to consistently improve upon the basic technologies employed in a weapon system and to give it added dimensions and capabilities. I need not say anything to emphasize the success of this sensible strategy. The technology and products laid out before you bear ample testimony to this fact. Ladies and gentlemen, I take the opportunity to note with satisfaction that IDEAS has emerged as a major defense industry show in the region. It showcases a wide spectrum of defense systems, ranging from widely improved versions of the equipment currently in use, and while also inviting attention to prospective developments in the times to come. I am told that there are presently more than 2,000 weapon systems and items of equipment displayed here today. Many of these designed, developed, and manufactured in Pakistan. I note with satisfaction the growing stature of ideas internationally, the increasing number of regional and international collaborators is a testament to its relevance and usefulness. Ideas is now an important forum where international manufacturers and suppliers of military wares share their experiences and explore opportunities for cooperation. I also note that seminars and sideline conferences on emerging ideas relating to security and defense industries are an integral part of the Ideas exhibition. I am pleased to note that a number of participants in these deliberations are leading democratic political figures of Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, a modern, well-equipped and properly trained military is a necessary requirement for defending Pakistan's sovereignty and territorial integrity. The nation is committed to providing its defenders with the resources necessary to carry out this vital mission. It is also in lasting debt to its valiant sons who are fighting terrorists in our tribal belt, many of whom have made the ultimate sacrifice. Let me affirm that we are committed to seeing Operation Zarb-e-Azb to its successful conclusion and rid Pakistan of the cancer of terrorism forever. We are also mindful of various other challenges confronting Pakistan. We must root out poverty, we must defeat illiteracy, we must combat underdevelopment, we must lay the foundation of a competitive, efficient and productive economy and provide it with the necessary physical and knowledge-based infrastructure. We must ensure that all citizens of Pakistan get every opportunity to realize their inherent God-given potential. Ultimately, these are the ingredients of a nation that is truly unassailable. Distinguished guests, I compliment the Defense Export Promotion Organization and its support organizations for organizing this impressive exhibition. I am sure that this landmark event will continue to grow from strength to strength, and I wish it all success. Thank you, Pakistan.